It's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a little late, but it's the very last day of the month of August. Happy Labor Day weekend if you're in the United States. Today's video is a little bit of a hodgepodge of everything, but I am going to do a wrap up, of the July and August currently inked fountain pens, and go ahead and set my fountain pens for the month of September. I didn't make a big change in the month of August at all. Matter of fact, I stayed very consistent. So these are the fountain pens. Let me bring you guys in that I use for not only the month of July, but the month of August. I did the Preppy Pinap has Diamine Forster Noir. The Preppy other pre-nap that I have has Diamine Forever Butterscotch. So I have Forever Noir and Forever Butterscotch in the Preppy pre-naps. Oops, sorry about that. Hold on just a second. I'm going to bring these out. And I'm going to keep them inked as they are because I'm going to be traveling this month in September. And I might switch out Butterscotch. But I'm definitely taking these two with me for travel just because then I don't have to worry about if something happens to them. I don't have to worry about like replacing them and it being like, oh my God, I lost my fountain pen. So these two have been sitting in my Rickshaw Bagworks dual holder bag. I also keep in there for sketching purposes this mechanical pencil with a little bit of an eraser on it. So these will continue to travel with me in the month of September. So I have those two kind of on de facto. The prenups are kind of replacing right now the Kaweco Porceo that I was always carrying. I still have that pen and I still love that pen. If I feel like I want a third ink, then I might actually ink that one up because they're all fairly inexpensive and I don't want to like risk losing any of my more expensive pens while I'm traveling. The Esterbrook Esty, the oversized, and the Botanical Garden, I had a combination. I Franken inked that one, and I had Robert Oster Dusty Pink with Waringo Star Splattered Hill, and that's what this kind of reddish color came out to be. My Jim Hines pen, which I just got done uninking, which looks like, let me just reach and grab this really quick. It looks like this. This is the chocolate martini pen that I got at the DC Pen Show a few years ago. I just got done uninking that. That had the Venta Fortezia on it. My Platinum 3776 Shape of Heart had Emerald de Chavois by Jacques Heban. I uninked that one. I did not run through the ink even after using that for 2 months. My TWSBI, I didn't get through all of that either. That had my Black Over Rose Gold had, I think it's Kiro Iro Ginkgo Sayakeyo Yoku. I know I butchered that. Sorry about that. My Pilot Custom 823, I am carrying over into the month of September just because I don't pick this pen up that often. This has Diamine Sepia in it, which is perfect for the fall season. My Kaweco Porceo, I had Diamine Forever Smoky Mauve. I put that in there. I ran through all of that ink. And then I did a sample writing only of the Esterbrook Coffee, Esterbrook and Coffee Monster Co. collab for Forgotten Iced Coffee. I did not write with this ink in my pen at all, but I did want to write out and see what it looked like, so that did not get inked. But that is where we were at the end of this month of September. I am now going to do the September currently inked, and I don't have a lot of pens. Well, I do, because I've got 3 already kind of currently. So you already know about the Custom 823, and this is my Custom 823, and I'm just trying to get through this ink for this month. Hold on, just let me undo this one since it's a piston fill, cap piston fill. Let's just get this going. And this is Pilot Custom 823. in a fine. And this has diamine, sepia. Just really trying to really get familiar again with this pen. I love this ink color and pen combination, and I just want to continue to write with it for a little bit since it's been sitting in storage. I think I've got a problem with having too many fountain pens at this point, with having over 100, so I need to probably destash, which I'll probably try to do next year. I'm not going to try to do anything this year, but I need to like whittle down my fountain pen collection, I think, at this point. Okay, so the rest of them that I have chosen for the month is I broke out my Franklin Christoph. This is, I can't remember what model this is. I think it's a 75. I bought this at the DC Pen Show when I first started going to the pen shows in the area. I love this pen. I had it with a custom grind on it. And I've got in here Robert Oster Jade. And I had this one flagged to get tuning done on it. So I retuned it yesterday, and it's actually writing halfway decent. I think sometimes it still needs to, if I write it in a certain way, it's fine. If I don't, this one has a, I think I did this one with a, let me think, cursive italic nib. And I think this is model 75. And in here we have Robert Oster Jade. I did find that I needed to smooth my tines out. No, I had to put brush into the tines to get that to widen out because it was kind of clogged up. So that one has in it Jade by Robert Oster. It's like my favorite green color ink of all times. And so I have 2 more inks that I want to ink up for 2 other fountain pens, and I've picked for the rest of the month of September, since I'll be traveling, my Pilot, this is my Sailor, gosh, why am I brain farting? It's a Pro Gear, full size, sorry. I've been thinking Pilot in this other time, and then the other one is Kaweco Sport, but this is the piston filler, so I'm going to also ink that one up. So for the Sailor, I'm going to use Around the World in 80 Days. It's an ink. I just decided to keep my inks kind of very basic this month, so this one is going to get a blue, and the other one's going to get a blackish colored ink if I can find one. And there's a little bit, as you can tell, a little bit of a sheen on this. So I'm just going to try to pop this. There we go. And yeah, that's it. It's a very slow Labor Day weekend in the district. I'm trying to not get picked up by ICE. Not that I'm illegal or anything, but it's crazy here right now. Because the military is doing some weird shit right now. Excuse my French. Okay, so let me just kind of suck this in. All right. But I'm not being deterred by them at all. I'm going to still move around the area that I absolutely love and have come to love. So I'll just do me and just see how it goes. We will get through this. All right. Around the World in 80 Days. Just get that in there. And I'm hoping that this is primed enough. There we go. I am done with Pilot Pro Gear Slim pens. I will not be buying any more of those, and I think I'm pretty much done with Pilot Pro Gears as well. But we will see. Never say never. Oh, that's such a nice blue. Okay, so this is a Sailor Pro Gear. And I forgot what colorway that I have. When I figure it out, I will put it up over here in the corner somewhere. This is Mont Blanc. Around the World. In 80 days. Love this ink. Such a beautiful blue. So that is the blue color that I'm going to get. And then I went into my samples to try to find everything in the blue-black line. And this is my sample pack. Oh, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Too zoomed in. Gotta pick out one of these. I want it to be more black or gray. You know what? I think I'm going to do this P.W. Ackerman because I don't think I've written with this ink color. It's not a, it's a blue-black ink, but I still want to write with it because I do like P.W. Ackerman. I've got their brown ink that's very hard to get at certain times, but I'm going to go ahead and try. Get my little ink holder since I don't have this one in a bottle. So this is P.W. Ackerman IG Blue Black. That should write more probably, I'm thinking, in a blackish tone than in a blue tone. Oh, look at how dark that is. Nice. Okay, so we've got the Kaweco piston filler. This has a blind cap, so you do have to take off the end. And I think I have this one already screwed down. I do. And it's kind of hard to see the piston going up and down in here, but I'm going to go down again. There's the piston head. Not drawing anything up yet. And I don't know how much ink I have in here because it's such a dark color. My whole tube looks like it's, here we go. It's pulling stuff up now. And as you can see, the little ink window, I'm like, why do they not have ink windows in almost every fountain pen? It's so much easier. I don't know if I've got a true fill. I do think that this piston filler makes the Kaweco a little bit more of a robust writing pen. I don't have enough ink in here. I can tell when I slosh it down. So let me just do this again. So when I look at it from this perspective, I see too much of the window. So I'm gonna continue to do this until I get a fuller fill. It's so hard to tell how much I have in here. I don't know how far to stick the nib down into the tube. So I'm going to go all the way down. And go a little bit slower. Okay, I think that's improved. I feel like I dipped that down very deep to get that done. Just do that. Let me grab this. Sometimes blue blacks kind of come off gray, so I'm kind of wondering what this is going to look like. Oops, and you got to be careful about twisting the end, but it does post. And I think we're going to be okay here. Nope, we're going to have to let this sit for just a second, or I'm going to have to push can prime the feed. Okay, there we go. I see it coming out. There we go. Well, there's one way to get a drop of ink coming out on your paper and getting a good, yeah, it's going to come off as a kind of grayish color, which I'm okay with. Okay. But in true Kaweco fashion, I think I'm going to have to shimmy my nib because it's kind of coming through, clogged. And I just happen to have a brass shim on my desk, so I'm just walking over to grab it really quick because I didn't know I was going to have to do this. I haven't written with this pen a ton, but I think I'm going to have to shimmy this really quick. Oh, wow, that tine is very tight. And sometimes it takes me a while to get this together. Okay, there we go. Sorry, you're not in focus. But I definitely feel like it's almost better for me to start at the top of the fountain pen nib and get it in there. Oh, the things you have to do for a fountain pen. Lord Jesus. I got it in there once, and I'm trying to get it in here one more time. I hear it. Hold on a second. This ink is not going to work. It is not dark enough. See that? You see how faint that is? That's not going to work. So I'm glad I did that, but I am going to need to write with this one in a broader nib. I did all that work for this to not be the right color ink. So I'm just going to pull this out. And I don't care that this is going to have another ink color in it. But I'm going to find a black ink that I can put in it because I really do want a black ink. Their blue black comes off gray. So let me just see what I've got here. I've got Thunderstorm, which I think is a gray. I've got Salix. I've got the And. These are all more gray inks than they are blacks. I think I might need to buy a black ink because the only black ink that I truly have is Platinum 37 Carbon Black. I'm sorry, Platinum Carbon Black. So I'm gonna pass on that one for now. I need to get a black ink that I can just use. That's a friendly everyday black ink that I don't currently have. And I'm also going to have to widen the tines on this one. So stay tuned on this one. I will probably get this together hopefully by next weekend. But it's not going to happen this weekend, and I'm not going to press for it in this filming. So that's all I have for the currently inked for the month of September. This is a real quick hit. This is a miss. I'll go ahead right here, put this as a miss. Need to use embroider nib. Need darker black ink. So this is a no. That's a no. These are the three that I do have for the month of September. And I'm okay with these, actually, these three colors, because I do have still the butterscotch, the Forever Butterscotch, which I have, like I said, in the prenup. And I do have like Carbon Black or the Permanent Noir already in the prenup pen. So I do have a black, but I did want to write with a different color in this nice matte black Kaweco piston filler. I do just want to put another black in that one as well. Because the prenups, as soon as I'm done writing with them, they're going to get retired for the month. And I'm just kind of, I was curious about them, and I've been curious about them since the beginning of summer. And I think I've been writing with them for 3 or 4 months already. So I'm ready to switch them out. I'm just going to wait until they run completely dry. But this one will probably, this is a good pocket carry. So I wanted to have a black in this one as well. All right, that's it. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys are having a great Labor Day weekend if you're in the States, if you're elsewhere in the world. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel. I really do appreciate it. Quick hit. Take care until next time. Bye.